Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Frankie and Roe.
All right. Welcome, welcome.
Tonight, we have a very special guest stopping by to talk about new music, projects, and more. Now, she's been a part of the show before along with her husband.
Right, that's right.
But tonight, she's solo bolo. She's talking about new projects, like I mentioned before. And Miss Tamela Mann is joining us. Welcome to Frankie and Roe.
Thank you, Frankie and Rochelle, for having me.
Okay, Tamela, you're back with new music fresh out the studio. Now, doing a throwback for you. Many may not remember you from linking up with Kirk Franklin and the Family Melodies from Heaven. You remember them old school jams?
Remember those
them
days.
Used to be the jams, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, it seems like you've hooked up with Kirk Franklin once again for a new single. Talk to us about what drew you to this song and him writing this for you.
Well, actually, I asked Kirk, was he going to be a part of the one-way record this time, and he was like, yes, but he was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to write. And I was like, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pray about it, and we're not going to try to chase what Take Me to the King did. We're just going to ask the Lord to give you what we need to give the people right now. So let's just be in prayer about that. And he was going through some things, and I was working on some other things, and we were, trying to figure out some things in our own worlds. And he says he was sleeping. The Lord woke him up, and he went to the piano, and the Lord started giving him God Provides. And it was like, he said he went back to bed, and he came back, and the Lord gave him another part of it. So it's just been like, I was like, this is great once I heard it. And I sit and really, I was funny though, but let me back up. It was funny because to hear Kirk singing it to me was hilarious. Because he's a wonderful songwriter and a producer, but, singing. But anyway, he think he's the bomb. But I love my little brother. But I love him. But it was so funny. But I was like, Kirk, this is fantastic because this is answering. To me, it was like an answer to Take Me to the King. So once we finished it and got in the studio, it was just like, oh, man, we were off.
Now, the new album, One Way, oh my God, I heard it's hot, but you got some features. Who's featured on the album, Ro?
Well, you have some features from Timbaland and Tamela Mann as well.
Oh, well.
And I hear it's fire.
That's right. Well, Tamela, tell us about the album. What was it like collabing with, of course, your daughter and Timbaland and anybody else on the album?
Well, this time, highlights you can look for is I used quite a few different producers this time on the record. Normally, my main producer is Myron Butler. He wrote, of course, Kirk again. Then I had Eric Dawkins, who I've never worked with before, and also Timbaland, who we've been together and did some other things, but not per se in the studio. And it was fantastic. And featuring my daughter this time, I was like, I really want you to be a part of this song. Of course, I had to push her a lot because she's kind of too laid back for mom. But I had to push her, but I really enjoyed what we came up with on the worship song, We Exalt Your Name. And I think it's just a very wonderful tune, and I'm looking forward to singing it live with her. But everybody was so fun. It was so fun dealing with all the guys in the studio.
Yo, Tamela, your single God Provides is fire.
Yes, it is.
But right now, the way the news is, it's all bad, it seems like. And somebody may be watching right now.
Right.
That might not be feeling the whole God Provides thing. They might not have any hope.
Right.
Talk to us about that, or what words of encouragement would you give them?
The encouragement that I will give now is we can't forget how we started. I mean, when we look at our forefathers and the people that have gone on and paved the way for us, they prayed and praised their way through everything. And we have to go back to our basics, which is we still have to humble ourselves and call on God in order to get through whatever these situations that we're in now, because it is a trying time for all of us, and not to just step into things our own way is what I'm trying to say, that we won't mess anything up even worse than what it is. And we have to really be mindful and ask the Lord to kind of lead us on how to handle these things, because it like you said, it is a lot of hurting people. But I want to encourage everybody that God will provide. God hadn't left us. He's been with us the whole time. And sometimes we do have to go through some things that are very painful. But I just want us to remember our basis, that we still have to go back and call on God for whatever help that we're needing to get us through all of this.